So Ronda Rousey answered a question absolutely nobody asked, where she says she's not fighting on the White House. Now, I did lie a little bit. The interviewer did ask her about this, but nobody wants this. At this point, nobody wants Ronda Rousey to return in the UFC. I'm going to be very harsh on Ronda Rousey, purely off of the character she presents in front of the camera. I'm pretty sure she's an awesome wife, an awesome mom. But as far as a fighter, to get to the spot where she was and then cry victim when everything fell apart, I, that ain't some way. That turned me against her. I can't lie. The Ellen going on Ellen, doing what she did. It's the fight game. You're gonna win. You're gonna lose. It's not a matter of taking a loss too hard. It's about how you display it. And she went the complete wrong way, in my opinion. Ronda Rousey has had fans questioning whether or not a return to the octagon is in the cards, and if it is, it won't be at the UFC White House. Following the birth of Rousey's second child, the former UFC Women's Bantamweight champion has posted several photos and videos on social media. Since then, Rousey hadn't publicly confirmed or denied a UFC return, but in a recent interview, Rowdy isn't slamming the door on a return to fighting, but it won't be in front of President Trump in June. Why not? It won't. I don't want to fight on the biggest card. I don't want to fight on the biggest card of all time. That is ultimately what you are saying there. I don't care if you love Donald Trump. I don't care if you hate Donald Trump. I don't care if you really do not care about American politics whatsoever. If you have the opportunity to bring your business to the White House, you take it 10 times out of 10. You don't get that opportunity. It's not just a random thing that comes up. This is a one of one. And if it's not a one of one, the next White House card will probably be even bigger than the one they're gonna put on next year, hopefully. I'm now fighting at the White House, Rousey said on the Lab Spam podcast. I mean, after Mike Tyson being the biggest fight of the year versus Jake Paul, you never say never on a return, but I ain't fighting it on the fucking White House. When asked why Ronda Rousey would say no if she was asked by UFC CEO Dana White or the UFC brass, the massive superstar during the UFC's rise kept it simple and also a bit light. I got better shit to do. My kids need pasta. That's basically saying, yeah, I don't want to fight on the White House card. I'll fight anyone else but the White House. Rousey made her debut at UFC 157, submitting list promos. We're gonna go over uh, her record. Now, Ronda Rousey, she's 38. So, I mean, the likelihood you're really going to get her, especially after not fighting for the last 9 years, you're not going to get her into a major fight. Me, what I would do with Ronda Rousey is, as far as a major fight that can make her money, you find a talented prospect that can go in there, has a decent name, and, all that stuff. We don't need to worry about it for the White House card, so I'm not going to worry about it at all. So, she lost to Nunes by first round knockout in her last fight in the UFC. Amanda Nunes went on to be the greatest female athlete, one of the greatest fighters, period. Holly Holm KO'd her for the belt. We know all the trash talk. We know what happened at the press conference, right? where she was pushing home, she was overlooking home, this hallway home, and then Joe Rogan was saying, oh, the best boxer, hyping her up, um, saying that she can fight men and all of that. Um, well, like you have to admit though, she was a machine in MMA. First down armbar, 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 third down armbar, knee to the body, knockout, first down armbar, first down knockout over Beth Korea, and then she got too confident against Holly Holm. And had she would have lost that fight and been like, all right, Holly Holm did better than me. She's talented in that. I'm looking to get that one back. No, like I said, you go on Ellen, you cry, I'm gonna, unalive myself. I'm gonna unalive myself. You come back against Amanda Nunes the next year in December, and Amanda is knocks you out in the first round. Where where does Ronda Rousey even fit into the bantamweight division? Let's just go to there. Um, let's say all right, she changes her mind. She wants to come back. Like, but, well, she doesn't want to come back at the White House Guard. Maybe she comes back at the Apex. It would not surprise me in the slightest. But you look at where is the bantamweight ranking? You got Kayla Harrison with Annihilator. Juliana Pena. That would be a decent fight for Ronda Rousey, I'm not gonna lie. Raquel Pennington, I think beats her. Kelly Vieira, I think beats her. Norma Dumont beats her. Macy Sherstone beats her. Irene Aldana, that's a mix up to me. Aline Perez, maybe. Bueno Silva, I think beats her. Carol Santos, or Carol Rosa. Like, I don't see any fights here where I look at current day Ronda Rousey. I'm like, alright, that's a good fight for her. She has a chance. Like, honestly, if I was going to bring Ronda Rousey back, I would give her Norma Dumont. I think Norma Dumont, incredible fighter, 12 and 2, um, on a really good win streak right now since losing to uh, Macy Shystone. I would do that. That's what I would do. I would not bother with trying to make a super fight with Ronda Rousey. I would do exactly what you did with Jose Aldo. Even though you shouldn't have done what you did with Jose Aldo. You have to build a different name off of Ronda Rousey. Well, you're not gonna bring her back. What's the point? What's the point after 9 years after she slandered the company, she slandered the business, she went to the WWE, she then slandered the WWE, which again, not the first person to do it. Well, like, why? Who was asking this question? Who? Who's dying to know if Ronda Rousey is gonna come back? You know what Ronda Rousey is gonna go do? If we just look her up on Google here, let's see, movies, TV shows, does she have anything? What? What? What did she have to do with Survivor Series 1995? Well, like, she's in, I think, Fast and Furious, Expendables, Uncaged. Um, she has, a lot of documentaries. Okay, I thought she was doing more movies. But she was in Fast and Furious, Expendables, um, a lot of other big movies, Entourage. But like, why? Why are we even thinking like bringing back John Jones makes sense? John Jones recently left. He's been around the sport the entire time. It's just him acting like a fucking idiot has kept him out of the cage. I don't know though. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you agree with me in questioning who the fuck asked this question? Or would you want Ronda Rousey to come back, get knocked out, go back on that one, cry that her life is over, and then go on to make millions of dollars in Hollywood once again? Let me know what you think down below. I'm gonna end this before I start getting really disrespectful, but like, fuck, man. I fucking hate the entire win of some people. When you make it to the top, like, Connor acknowledges what he has. Connor is a character. He jokingly, plays the heel. While Ronda Rousey is purely emotional. And again, the Brendan Schaub thing, the whole thing, it all adds up, but that's it, guys.